Well, folks, I'm back once again doing another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Super Street Fighter 2, and it was released on, initially released on in the arcades, then later ported to Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. What separates this from the first two games is that it's the addition of four new characters. At the time, it was Fei Long, Tammy, T-Hawk, and JD. And another difference, which was started in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is the fact that Vega, Balrog, and Bison and Sagat are now all playable characters. As with the first one, you couldn't use them. And now, one thing about JD, T-Hawk, Cammy, and Fei Long is that all four of them have three special moves each, while some of the characters like Ken and Blanca have variation of some of their moves. With both Ken and I would say with Ken and Ryu is they could use the dragon kick while going backwards, and Ken can use the dragon punch with the addition of a fire. And pretty much there were things that were added to this particular game that become standard in fighting games, which are like first hit, reversals, and combos. I would say the one game I know for sure that was popular, that was really popular as far as using combos is concerned back in the 90s was Killer Instinct. But anyway, these are things that become staples of the fighting game genre. The first two Street Fighter games that was ported to a home console, specifically like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, that you pretty much fight characters overall. But but with this one, you don't fight every single character on there which is pretty much implied when I said that. you know. So because Byron Vega and Byron Vega second and Bison, it's the last four characters that you fight in the tournament like you did in the previous two. Now, because you don't fight four other characters each time you could go into the one player mode, who your opponents are is pretty much more random because of it, and of course you won't face four of the characters each time. It could one occasion it could be say Blanca, Cammy, Chun-Li, and Ken. That's one example. Now it has the same type of modes, besides the tournament, pretty much the two-player mode, the one where you learn how to use each player moves and stuff. So it pretty much everything is there for you to use. And plus, it still has the three bonus stages where that you can do after you defeat the third, sixth, and ninth character. And of course, the ninth character is going to be Byron. And one thing about it is that each character in this game practically has their own cutscene after you win the tournament. For example, JD becomes a reggae singer because he's Jamaican, and T-Hawk goes back to Mexico and stuff like that, and the other ones still have their cutscenes, you know, like Ken getting married, and like Byron, for example, becomes like rich and famous again because of the tournament, and he's like real happy about that. And pretty much a lot of that's the one thing I like about Street Fighter 2. Well, this one in particular is that everybody have their own final cutscene. Now, with the graphics and the stage design of Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, both the Genesis and the Super Nintendo version are excellent, excellent, excellent. Especially the stages of JD, Fei Long, Cammy, and T-Hawk. All four of them are add something new to an already excellent graphics and stage design. You know, and the controls are pretty much good. But I can honestly say that the Super Nintendo has the advantage in the gameplay department because it has the 6 button necessary for all three punches and kicks. Whereas as this Genesis version, you need to press start to switch between the punches and the kicks. So I would definitely, and I'm just making reference to the controllers that come with the two consoles. And the soundtrack to both versions are the same, and both are straight excellent, and it fits Super Street Fighter 2 in my opinion. You know, and plus, as far as complaints are concerned, I don't have like any like major complaints. You know, in terms in terms of like in terms of anything that comes to mind. But personally, I would like pretty much recommend the Super Nintendo version. Really, based off the fact that it has the 6 buttons necessary for you to use the punches and the kicks in any like way that you want. Now, as far as the score, I will give the Super Nintendo version of Super Street Fighter 2 a 9, while I give the Genesis version an 8, mainly because it's because of the mainly because of the button layout. I'm not gonna lie. I preface the Super Nintendo version pretty much for that reason. But like with the Genesis, you can buy a Genesis controller that has three extra buttons for you to play that version of Super Street Fighter 2. So that won't be a problem if you do that. But anyway, with that being said, if you like Super Street Fighter 2 as a whole, or if you have a particular preference between the two versions, you can pretty much mention it in the comment section. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, signing off.